Welcome to my challenge, guys. SpecialAzzy here, and today we're gonna be doing the conclusion for Walking Dead season finale. Now, what is there to say about Walking Dead after I said all of what it needs to be said on the other episodes? Well, there's actually a lot of things I want to say about why I think it's actually a good series and why I think it was a bad series, and other stuff that I want to talk about, which is like some clips that I didn't put in. So there are some clips I want to talk about that I didn't put in first. Like there were some other clips I couldn't put in because it was like too big or like it was either too long or I just couldn't put it in because of the amount of space I couldn't put in. AKA I can't put more than 50 clips because of SHAREfactory. So there are some clips that I didn't put in from season 3, for example, that I really wanted to put in, but I didn't because one, I kind of forgot, and either way when I went back into the clip I couldn't do it because it would have been too big and I would have took up a lot of time on it and it would have to be like a part 2 of season 3. Season 3. Yeah, that's cool. Episode 3 of season 4. And which made me a little bit upset because this very clip Alright. Oh my god. No. Don't you dare bring this up. No. Oh my god, it's Lee.
Hey, sweet pea.
Oh no.
Lee?
Oh my god.
Why the train? You always pick the train.
I'm not sure. Maybe because this is where it all started.
This is way too much for me.
Where you taught me to shoot and to cut my hair. To be ready for what was coming.
That I'm gonna put in right now is like one of the best clip that I wanted to put in. Besides me killing Lily, I wanted to put this in so I can actually, well, just show you how I felt when I was first saw Lee. Now here's the thing, I never thought I would ever see Lee again. The only time we actually saw Lee was in season 2 when we were gonna throw either a picture of Lee into the fire to warm ourselves or to not do it. And well, that was all basically, and that's all we ever get to see him. After that, we never really saw him ever again until season 4, which was a whole flashback of some sort, or some sort of like dream, which was in season 1 when Clementine and the others are on some sort of train to get to Savannah. And well, they brought that back kind of and made like a whole train scene for Lee and Clementine to communicate in some sort of dream. Now to me this was, I don't know, to be honest I actually really liked this scene, but then again I kind of didn't want it to end at all. It was actually kind of short but kind of long at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It was long enough for me to actually get really attached to the story and attached to Lee again after all these years of him, well, being dead in season 1. And then it was kind of short because I wanted to actually ask a lot. I want to actually see all the other things that Clementine could have said or something like that. And I couldn't put it in because I was afraid that, well, I wouldn't be able to put it in because then I won't be able to actually put in the others I wanted to put in, like me shooting Lily or me dying 3 times in the zombie horde, it's like that. And I didn't want it to make a part 2 of episode 3, which would have been stupid. So that's why I didn't put it in. And then there were some like other parts I couldn't put in, like for example, like when we had to go to a funeral when Marlon and Brody died in episode 2. And I couldn't put that in because of course I thought it was kind of unnecessary, but then again I wanted to put it in to show what others thought of you after AJ killed Clementine, which to be honest, yes, to be honest I think it was kind of unnecessary if I were to ever put it in. But then again I actually do want to show like how one person in your group could ruin the entirety of what you are. Like if you could be like a really good person, but then if one of your members of the group messes up, then you're gonna be blamed for it because of their actions, which of course leads to others. Like when you kill Lily, James will of course blame you for it because you taught him of all the things that he knows, like having to kill to survive and or hide,
Sound good?
which is actually what I wanted to put in, but again, I didn't want to since I thought it was unnecessary. And then that was basically it. But then there were some clips that were shows like the glitch version, Clementine or whatever. Like as I said in episode 1 when she does like a full 360, and then there was one where she was gonna put guts on her in episode 3 to go into the zombie horde to get to the boat. And then all of a sudden when she picked it up and goes to the next clip or like the next scene, she apparently dropped the guts and then put it, and then she got it again and she put it back on her. Now this scene kind of made it like a little bit weird. It didn't ruin the moment, but it kind of like chuckled a little bit. Like, why did you hold the gut that you could put on yourself just so you could drop it and pick it back up again? It was weird. It was really weird. And then after that, there are some other clips. Like for example, I wanted to actually do the whole series again, like do all other like episodes again, but like different concepts or like different choices that I would make. But then it would be like a really long video. I would make like another part 2 of episode 1 or episode 2 like that, which I didn't want to do. So I'm gonna be doing Walking Dead again, but I'm not gonna be doing a review on it. I just want to see different choices or whatever. Hell, if I wanted to, I could do it, but then again, it would not be a really good video in my opinion. And then, as I said in the last episode, that I wasn't gonna be doing a review on season 1, 2, and 3 because I'm pretty sure everyone already knows about season 1, 2, and 3. Everyone already knows the story, especially about Lee and Clementine. And yeah, now I'm gonna be talking about like what I think about the game. The game, in my opinion, I think it is one of the best series of all the Walking Dead seasons like that. Now, I was gonna say season 1. No one can ever top season 1 because of how good the story was, how connected you felt with Lee and Clementine, like that. But then season 4, like, kind of took it upon itself and made me really like the story. And this is my opinion, of course. I think, in my opinion, that season 4 is just a tiny bit better than season 1. Just a tiny bit. Not too much, though. Of course, I think season 3 is my least favorite because, you know, if you don't become Clementine, of course, we need to become Clementine in season 3 because I really didn't really know about Javi and whatever. And season 4 just like, yeah, it was a good series, but as I said in the other episode, some things were kind of unnecessary, like the choices and like the relationship between Lois or Violet with Clementine, which kind of it made it a really good, in my opinion, like a really good story that you get out of Clementine. Like, oh, she dated Violet or she dated Louis, whatever the case may be. But then, as I said, it was kind of rushed in some way, and from what I thought, so I kind of didn't like it in a way as well. And then some of the things that the characters would say towards Clementine, or like what they would say, whatever, it was unnecessary of some sort. Like they could have just not said it, and it would have been completely okay and whatever. And then there's one that's unnecessary, but it's absolutely hilarious. It's so funny. And basically, I was watching, like, this guy made like a meme about Walking Dead in each episode. He had made some sort of meme about it. And I don't know how you could do that. That's some sort of talent you could do. And there was a part where you and AJ are scouting out the place. This is way before Lily, basically just ambushes the group and almost has not got shot in the leg yet. And there is a part where I think if you make it so AJ can't curse, this is what I think. I don't know how you could do this, but I don't think if you make AJ curse and then if you, once you get to the tower to search up, and if he says, "Can I curse one time?" and if you said yes, it's like the funniest thing that he says. He's like, and I don't know what he said, but like the second thing that he said that was so funny, I actually busted out laughing. He said something about, and then I'm gonna shit on his head, and it was like the funniest thing ever. It was so funny. I don't know why. It's just whatever like could be so stupid to me could be so funny, and just AJ saying that was like, ooh, it was unnecessary, but it was so funny. I don't know why. And there's nothing really else I can say that's bad. Maybe like the glitches or whatever, but they don't really ruin the game in some sort. Oh well, I guess Violet being like an asshole to Brody, but I guess it was some sort of trait with her or whatever, which kind of ruined it to me, to be honest. Which is why I didn't pick to date Violet and whatever. And well, since I am gonna be doing Walking Dead again, I'm gonna make it so Violet and Clementine are a thing, and yeah, whatever. But I guess Violet was something that was put in the game for a reason. I don't know. But the other thing that I kind of didn't like, there's actually one last thing, is that some of the things they have taken out of The Walking Dead, and there were some characters that I think her name was Ash or Ashley or whatever. Like she was gonna be a whole new character, whatever. I don't know. And then there was another scene where Ten was gonna get a flashback about how or like what happened to him before he got his face burned or whatever. Which, to be honest, I thought it could be a really cool thing, learning about Ten's past and whatever, or what he was before the zombie apocalypse, or what happened to him that made him burn his face and stuff. But they didn't put it in. To be honest, I don't know why. I think it's because it could have been like another like scene from like season 2 or whatever. I don't know, because the only thing that I can think of that was from season 4 that kind of reminds me of season 2 was like they were gonna put like 10 in like some sort of winter place or whatever, like some sort of place that's full of snow, which could remind you of season 2 when Clementine and the others were trying to get to Washington and stuff like that. But then they never made it, except for if you were to go to Clementine and Kenny, and that's basically it. And then yeah, that would have been kind of unnecessary or like kind of copying in some way. I don't know, but I would actually like to see Ten's backstory in some way, or hell, even get to see Lewis or Violet's backstory, stuff like that. And then there were some parts that I taken out, like when we were gonna make a bomb, which of course I took it out because it was unnecessary. Kind of like how the Skybound fight was kind of unnecessary to put in Ten's story into Walking Dead, since it's all about Clementine and AJ. And yeah, that's kind of the conclusion of The Walking Dead season finale. Now, you may think this is kind of unnecessary to make a conclusion, since episode 4 should be the conclusion. And to be honest, you are right. I'm gonna be honest there. You are kind of right. This is kind of an unnecessary video. But I want to make one last video, or one last apostrophe quotations like that, because this game is, to be honest, in my opinion, one of the best game of 2019, and I think it was a really good game. And I just really like the story, and as I said, I'm gonna be getting the other Walking Dead games since I thought it was one of the best. And well, I just really like The Walking Dead, in my opinion. I thought it's like one of the best stories, and I don't know if anything could top it, except for like Detroit Becomes Human or something like that. And well, I want to be able to actually play season 2 and 3 and do my own story, and be able to actually see Lee again and see what other choices I can make, and see if I can't make the same one that I did in when I was very little in episode 1 to 5 in season 1. And of course, I get to see Kenny beat the shit out of Ben in season 1. That's one of the best. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Make sure you like and subscribe to my video, and I'll see you guys next time.